Hi, it's Rodney Morris here at Bakersfield, California, in Brian Park's Man Cave.
My name is Brian Parks, and welcome to my Man Cave. The 9-footer I purchased at the 2006 US Open. The bar table I picked up from a buddy of mine, actually, which was bought from a tournament in Vegas. Built it in 2005. Added this man cave to a 3-car garage. And I also have a poker room. 5 games that we want to get going if we could, so we like it.
Have you had a lot of action here?
None, really, not yet. So we're hoping we have some coming through and maybe get some streaming events held here. The reason I think that it would be good to have a match happen here, or 2 players from different areas play, is because it's a neutral table. None of the players have played here, and it's a nice room. It's got room for people to come here as well. There's also not too many diamonds in the area, or there's starting to be a little bit in California, but not too many. So, my life as a pool player, I won the APA National Championships twice, 2005 and 2006. I won the Rum Runner. I believe that was in 2008. I double dipped Perica. Jose Perica does. So, won the U.S. Amateur Championships in 2009 and in 2012. Looking forward to going to the U.S. Open this year. I started in 2004 with the APA, and I've also played BCA and other different leagues. I probably have about over 100-something trophies, probably. So, with my man cave, I'd like to get some action going here. Feature some pro players playing each other, or me playing other players, or some type of match getting streamed here. POV would be a great start for everything. So there are some certain players that I'm looking at that I might play at some point here, so we'll see. And
you've hosted a few top professionals as well, have you not?
Here? Yes. I've had a couple pros here. Some guy named Rodney Morris lives.
I'm just here for a day to get beat up on by my buddy. And there's 75 different games in here, so we play 25 push-ups each game. So far, as you can tell, I haven't lost yet because I'm not in shape. But look at Brian, looks like a He-Man. So that's the body of a loser. I'm going to Chet Ito right now is where I'm going. I just came from Reno. Bar Table Championships, and right before that, weekend before that, it was Swanee in LA.
How'd the bar box work out for you?
I got 3rd in the all around, so I got like 2 3rd in the 10 ball, 3rd in the 9 ball, and then 5th in the 8 ball. So I had a chance. I was 5 points behind Shane for 2nd in the overall, so it was fun. It was on the tiny tables. Now I'm here practicing with Brian today for get ready on the big table, or the 9-footer. And and James Harris is here racking for us and bringing the drinks.
Are you having a tough time with any particular players right now, or do you just look at all the opponents the same way?
They're all everybody plays great, yeah. And everybody likes beating me, so I gotta try extra hard because everybody thinks I can't make a ball anymore. So I gotta. When they lose, they're shocked. So this guy like Shane he thinks that I'm a bye. And Jason Shaw, they think I'm a bye, so I got to let them know that they're not going to beat me every time. You can beat me almost every time, but once in a while I'm going to get you.
I've seen you've been playing a lot, like playing the Ghost a lot. What have you been doing to practice lately? I'm in Vegas, waiting for a bonus ball to start, so it's construction, issues are slow, so, and I'm there every day, with Nathan and Dave and all the run-out media guys, so I get to see firsthand everything. I did like a lot of the work there, painting the signs, helping get materials for the projects and stuff like that. So I know firsthand what they're doing and all the work they're putting in. So I'm there and just I've got 4 Brunswicks there. So I'm just waiting. I'm there. I got the whole place to myself. So force myself to practice. Plus I got no money. So you have to practice by yourself, and it has to be a free table in order to do what I do. So if you got free table, or you can have beer too. If you got free table and nothing for me to do, then I'll play pool with you. I played one match with Stevie Moore, and we played on a 5x10. I was getting ready to go to Derby City. I was going to go play in the Fat Boy thing over there in Derby this year. So I'm practicing for a couple weeks on the 5x10 at Best Billiards.
And then Stevie said he wants to play, so I played him. We played a race to 15, and Stevie wasn't hitting the ball, so I beat him. Like he couldn't run out, so he was like, "I'm tired of this table." I was like 15-1, and he was like, "I don't want to see this table right now." So I never. Then that's the only guy I got to play with. So then I played by myself, and I was getting bored with the 9-ball goes, 10-ball goes, 12-ball goes, 13-ball goes because it's too easy. So I tried the rotation goes, and that's the one that I was posting on there because there's no impossible to beat it. But I ended up getting lucky in one set out of like 50. So that's the one that I posted. I beat it. Yeah. Never played it since. So, but the reason why I was doing that is because when you play by yourself, there is, you don't get a chance to really concentrate. Because if you miss, you don't get charged. So and there's nobody shooting back at you, right? So you kind of like just do whatever. So I wanted to do that because that game right there is like almost impossible to beat. So it helped me feel like I was getting drilled all the time. And I like that. It helped get your mind in shape. So that's the only reason why I was playing that 15-ball Ghost.
That's an interesting point, actually. With all these players in Vegas, people might think there's a lot of action there for pool players right now. Is that true?
No action. Well, for me, there's been no action since like '95. So first time I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, then kid Justin Whitehead gave me the 7-ball. And then I beat him out of like 4,000, I think. And Gabe Owen was staking him. And then I never been over there in my life. And then the next day we're going to play for 10,000. He's going to give me the 8. Well, at the time I could give him like the 6 out or whatever. And then they came with a magazine, and all the way in the back of the magazine they had a picture of me in there. He said, "This is you, this is you." And I was like, I said, "No, that's not me." And then they wouldn't play. So after that I said, okay, I got to start playing in professional events, right? So after that, no action for me. Unless you play the best guys, and you can play. But the guys are only going to play when they're playing the best, under their conditions, their rules, and whatever it is. Stevie Moore and I are the only ones that have been there since November. So he comes in once in a while, helps. He's got his CTE, that Pro 1. So he was helping me with that, with the aiming system and all that. So that's pretty good. And then that, just once in a while, a couple guys come in and out. I think Jeremy Jones lives there now, but he plays poker. Corey Deuel shows up once in a while. And that's it. Nobody really lives there. Just me. I'm the only dumb one that went out there in November.
Okay. So officially, but unofficially, when is bonus ball going to start? Oh,
we don't have a date. It's all construction. So, I mean, if anybody can get a construction guy to say this is the date and it be the right date, then you're awesome. Yeah. So you can never get that too. Oh yeah, it'll be done soon. So soon, it's happening soon. It's coming. So last I heard is they're shooting for second or third week of April. Right. So and I'll go back next week and I'll be there every day. So I'll see the guy. Once I see the guys in there hammering away, and then I'll know when the sheetrock is getting put up and dust flying everywhere, then I'm like, okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Yeah. So other than that, just practice.
And what's the date today?
Today, I don't even know what the date is.
March 7th.
Today is March 7th, all day too.
Yeah. So Rodney, this time in your life, are you having fun with pool still? Is it still like something you aspire to? You still want to get better at? You still want to beat some of the monsters out there? Just like you want to defend some of the credit that you have.
Yeah. I want to get back and play. It's like one of the blessings of not having money is that I gotta go back to what I do best, and it's playing pool. So I'm forcing myself to practice, and gotta get out there and start drilling all these guys again. So letting them know. And I know it was this week. Shane, we're real close for the all around, and then Shane never ever asked me to do anything, like even talk to me. And then this one, we split the second and third for the bonus. We got to beat him 3 times in a row, so now all of a sudden he wants to do something, right? Before, when I was a buy, he didn't want to do anything with me, so it's funny. But he's my buddy, so it's cool though. But yeah, but me, I'm just I'm thinking about $200, $300 here. That's gas money to the next event, light bill, phone bill. I'm not thinking about it. Oh, I'm just gonna play pool. Like these guys got a bunch of money in their pocket, right? So it's weird. I get back into it though. Start robbing these people.
That's one thing about you that I've never really observed, is that you're not one of the pros that has any type of instruction or praises any sort of regiment of any kind. You want to tell people out there kind of like how you work on your game, how you practice, maybe who some of your mentors are, and maybe any endorsements of any practice regiments. I know you talked a little bit about CTE, But what about where Rodney came from? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I came from Hawaii, so I was born here in California, in Orange County, and then when I was 10, I went to Hawaii. My mom's from Hawaii, and then I walked into the pool room when I was 17, and I was playing pool for like about a year before Hawaiian Brian started, telling me, said, you gotta start working on your, you can make all the shots, you can start working on your mental game, you gotta learn the cue ball. So that's why my cue ball is so good, because he focused on that. He said, everybody can make shots, great shots, but the guys that, can know where that cue ball is going, they can, play later on. If you want to do this as a career, you're going to be able to play later on. And then I noticed like Steve Miserak was a good friend. He used to come to Hawaii all the time and eat all the food there. So he loved me to death, right? So because I was the same like him, right? Left-handed, smooth, and I copied his stroke because it was compact. And I noticed all the great players, and like Buddy Hall and all that, they all had that compact stroke. And then like even Alex told me, he said, I gotta start going more compact like you. He said, because my stroke was too long. So as I'm getting older, he feels that it's not holding up. You watch guys like Shane, they get that loosey-goosey stroke. He's gonna have to tighten that up, and Corey, it's not gonna last, when you get older, because you can't, that's why Parika can still play a little bit, because he was compact. He's not winding up all over the place, right? So, so that helps a lot for, and then Brian just told me about the mental game. Like, he said, everybody can, play good. He said, it's not how good you play, it's how good you play against who you play. So, everybody plays great. So, and then another friend of mine told me, he says, people think practice makes perfect. So, but that's not true. He says perfect practice makes perfect. So it's the same way like when you're playing basketball. Like I used to go play basketball when I was young all the time. And every time we used to always, and I'm sure he did it too. He's like, you always think the shot clock's running out. 3, 2, 1, like at the buzzer, because you're trying to build pressure for when the reality comes. Same way when you're playing pool. People used to watch me practice. In Hawaii, I practiced like 8 hours. And then like if I miss a shot, and I'm keeping score, and then I miss a shot, and I smack the cue, and I actually broke a couple of shafts like that. And the guys go, why? Because I was heel with Earl Strickland, and I dogged that ball. And then, and I said, how do you think, what do you mean, you practice by yourself? Well, in my mind, I'm trying to tell myself that that's where I'm at, because that's where I'm going to be soon. So I said, I got to get used to it, right?
So Rodney, I noticed you were on the phone with Johnny Archer a minute ago, and you just hung up the phone with him. How's Johnny doing?
Good. He's going on the road, I guess, soon with Dennis Hatch, doing some exhibitions in New York. So he's going to play the Super Billiards Expo out there, since he's going to be there. And I was thinking about going. If I do good here, this tournament coming up in Mountain View, then I'll have money to go to their flight and stuff like that. So I'll probably go. But if not, then I'll just stay over here. But I talk to Johnny all the time. Like every day we talk about ABP, business and bonus ball and stuff. He wants to know how it's going and how everything, because I'm out here, so, and we're good friends over the years, so yeah, everything's, just wants to get updates on what's going on. There's a lot of speculation in the pool world about if this is going to happen, if that, whatever, it doesn't matter for us. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? It's like, if it happens, then we go play. If it doesn't, then we go play something else. So that's how it goes. Obviously, I'd like to have something steady, because the way it's formatted, and the building they're building, they're not building it to just, be up for a week, it's built to stay there. So hopefully we get, there's been some good meetings with a lot of gambling people and stuff like that to get pool, mainstream, in the gambling and betting and all that. If that happens, then, all we're looking for is enough money. It doesn't even have to make money, the bonus ball. It just has to make enough money to pay the bills, because that's job security for all of us, and it keeps going, and then it's only going to grow. So once they lock in, the initial money they need every month, then we're set. We don't have to do anything. We just play pool and put on a good show. Everything grows from there, I like to say one thing, I'm playing with Jim Pierce cues, great cues. So if anybody's interested, just contact Jim Pierce or contact me. Just put out a bat signal, and then I'll put out a middle finger signal. No, I'm just kidding. But now, Jim Pierce Custom Cues, you can find maybe AZ Billiards, or just contact me on Facebook or whatever. And also, we're in the man cave of my buddy Brian Parks, and he sells insurance. So make sure, what is it now? Exactly?
Farmers Insurance.
Farmers Insurance. So you contact Brian Parks. He's a friend of mine on Facebook too. So if he beats me today, then make sure he gives you a good deal on insurance. I'm sure he will. Mention my name, he'll charge you double.
That's another question I had is, are you nervous at all knowing that Michael Jordan's watching you in the back?
As long as he's not sticking his tongue out, I know I'm safe.